It's here, the Olympics! And I don't know about you, but I'm going to be doing an awful lot of this.
Go on, go on! Oh, so close! This is nail-biting stuff.
Now, if you're anything like me, going to be watching an awful lot of events at the Olympics this year, but they're best enjoyed when you know a little bit about who's competing. So we are the running channel, so of course we focused on the running events in our top 10 athletes to watch out for at Tokyo 2020. These aren't in any particular order, but if you think that we've missed somebody out or there's someone you've got your eye on, let us know in the comments. Let's check them out. Starting on home soil for us, here in the UK is the women's 200 metre world champion, Dina Asher-Smith. The fastest British woman in history, Dina is a sprinter heading to Tokyo to race the 100 and 200 metres. She holds the British records in the 100 metres, a speedy 10.83 seconds, and the 200 metres, which she ran in 21.88 seconds. Dina has a shot at bringing not one, not two, but 3 medals home from the Olympics this year. For Norway, Jakob Ingebrigtsen makes his Olympic debut, running the 1500 in Tokyo. The 20-year-old has taken recent races by storm, taking a whopping 13.5 seconds off his personal best in the 5,000 metres just a few weeks ago, running a time of 12 minutes 48.45 seconds. That's a European record and his first sub-13-minute performance. Ingebrigtsen's targeted the 1500 for the Tokyo Games though, as the schedule won't allow him to try for the double. Fun fact about Jakob, he was one of the team of pacers who helped Eliud Kipchoge to his sub-2 hour marathon feat. He's one of 3 Ingebrigtsen brothers and is following in the footsteps of his older brothers who've both competed in the Olympics before. Ranked number 1 in the world for the women's 400 metre hurdles and competing for the United States in this event is Sydney McLaughlin. She competed at the last Olympic trials in 2016 when she was just 16 years old and edged out her seasoned rivals to make the top 3 and the Olympics, but failed to make the finals in Rio. The 400 metre hurdles has been a close competition between Sydney and her teammate Dalilah Muhammad over the years, with Sydney repeatedly being pipped to the post by her US counterparts. But in the US Olympic trials this year, it all changed when Sydney set a new world record in the event, crossing the finish line in just 51.90 seconds and becoming the first woman ever to break the 52-second mark. Be sure to keep an eye out for her this year. Current world champion and favourite in the men's 400 metres hurdles is Norway's Karsten Warholm. This will be his second Olympic Games after competing at Rio in 2016. The 25-year-old recently beat the long-standing world record of 46.78 seconds, which was set by Olympic champion Kevin Young before Karsten was even born, almost 30 years ago in 1992. He even FaceTimed Young after the event on Norwegian TV to talk to him about it. Warholm's been working on weightlifting and building muscle in the off-season to try and help improve his speed at the Olympics. Hailing from Glasgow, middle distance runner Laura Muir had been picked by Team GB for the 800 metres as well as the 15, but had ditched the double to focus solely on the 1500 metres this year. Muir is European champion and the British record holder for this event, running the race in a time of 3 minutes 55.22 seconds. She came 7th in the 1500 metre final at Rio 2016, so perhaps taking a step back to focus her energy into only the 1500 could be the decision that helps her place on the Olympic podium. Watch this space. Arguably one of the toughest events at the Olympics is the marathon, and combine the 26.2 miles with 24 to 28 degrees Celsius heat and 75% humidity, you've got to be made of pretty hardy stuff. It's also worth noting that the marathon event's being held in Sapporo, which lies more than 800 kilometres north of the capital, because of fears about how hot it can get in Tokyo itself. So, step forward, Shogo Nakamura. He won the 2019 Marathon Grand Championship with a time of 2 hours, 11 minutes and 28 seconds, securing himself a spot in the Games ahead of the national record holder Suguru Usako. Nakamura has a marathon PB of 2 hours, 8 minutes and 16 seconds from Berlin Marathon in 2018 and is one to keep an eye on in Tokyo's Games. Currently the fastest man in the world and the 7th fastest of all time, Trayvon Bromell is a US favourite going for gold in the 100 metres. He recently ran a PB of 9.77 seconds. To put that in perspective, Usain Bolt's world record time is 9.58 seconds. This is the 25-year-old's first shot at an Olympic Games, so it's worth tuning in to watch him, but blink and you might miss him. Sifan Hassan is a Dutch long-distance runner and currently ranked first in the world for the 1500 and 10,000 metres and ranks second in the 5,000 metres. Hassan fled from Ethiopia to the Netherlands as a refugee at 16, which is when she took up running. Recently, she smashed the record for the 10,000 metres by 10.63 seconds, clocking a time of 29 minutes, 6.82 seconds. Only for her closest rival, Letesenbet Gidey, to break it again just 2 days later. Hassan is arguably the more experienced runner of the two. In 2019, she was the only athlete to record a double gold in the 1500 and 10,000 metres at the World Championships. The 10,000 metre race will be an exciting watch as we see these two rival athletes battle it out. Letesenbet Gidey is relatively new to the professional running scene, but is already firmly making her mark, with world records in the 5,000 metres clocking 14 minutes 6.62 seconds and the 10,000 metres running 29 minutes 1.03 seconds. We can expect great things from this talented young runner. So who will take first place at the 10,000 metres in this year's Olympics? Well, it's anyone's guess, and there's everything to play for in what's set to be a very exciting showdown. And last but not least, in the Running Channel lineup for Tokyo 2020 is Aliphine Tuliamuk. This amazing athlete pushed her body to more extremes than most this year, and she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl in January, making her the mother with the youngest child at this year's Olympics. In 2020, she stunned at the US Olympic women's marathon trials, going into it as 10th seed and a bit of an underdog, winning in a time 8 seconds faster than second place Molly Seidel, the smallest women's margin in trials history. Tuliamuk's first race back since giving birth to baby Zoe seems to have silenced the critics who raised questions about her fitness going into the Olympic marathon. She ran the prestigious Peachtree Road Race 10K in 32 minutes 43 seconds. She currently holds a marathon PB of 2 hours, 26 minutes and 50 seconds and will be well worth a watch at this year's Olympics. So there are 48 track and field events in total at the Olympics. Which is your favourite? I am going to be keeping an eye out for marathon. Although, does that count as a track? I'm not sure. Anyway, let us know in the comments what your favourite event is and what you think of our top 10 athletes list. Did we miss anyone out? Who are you keeping an eye on? Let us know in the comments below. Enjoy the games and we'll see you next time on the Running Channel.